What exactly are we saying this is, though?
I think we know exactly what it is.
Sometimes a movie comes along that makes you think no matter how little effort they put in, it would have to at least be somewhat fun to watch. Death of a Unicorn about, unicorns killing people fits nicely into that category, but it's not fun to watch. It's kind of amazing how they can keep using the same ideas, the same old message about blatantly obvious things being wrong, and the promise of a unique premise makes it okay to spend about 50 minutes of the movie on basically nothing. It actually starts out okay. Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd play our father and daughter duo, Ridley and Elliot. Given it's Ortega, obviously they don't get along. And on their way to a crisis management summit for reasons that don't matter, they accidentally run over a mythical horse, supposedly bludgeon it to death, but upon taking it with them to bury it, I guess, his rich boss finds it, it comes back to life, and they plan on exploiting it. You have a, for the most part, satisfying setup. A few things don't make sense, like how they don't know it's a unicorn until they get it there. It literally has a horn and purple blood, but some reason they don't make the connection until a few scenes later when they have no issue accepting it. But given it's a movie you don't take that seriously, it's not a big deal. Problem is that mindset goes out the window when, like I said, nothing of interest happens for around half the movie. The main gimmick is a unicorn's blood can heal anything, including his boss's cancer, and opposed to being happy with that, he plans to, you guessed it, exploit it.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea.
So we spend a good amount of time watching the same thing we always see in this situation. Everybody's dumb as shit, including Elliot. No matter how many bad things happen, he refuses to notice. And as expected, really deciphers the whole plot of the movie because there was a painting of a unicorn in the background of a picture of her dead mother and, Google. Now, given it's a movie about unicorns, I wouldn't mind the lazy plot design and relentless cliches, but it doesn't fucking end. It's very obvious they think they have something clever here, even though what's gonna happen is mostly explained to us, like the unicorn they hit resurrecting. For some reason they think it's a twist or something. They're very clearly immortal. And when the unicorns finally come for their not dead kid, it's fine. They don't look that good, but they're at least intimidating. But that scene is short-lived. The stupidity that follows is agonizing. It's blatantly obvious they want their kid back, but the rich family want to go after it because that couldn't go wrong.
That's a great idea.
And while I can get behind the rich family being unrealistically stupid, Elliot shouldn't be. He shouldn't be that stupid. It's not reasonable. Yeah, the excuse is he promised their dead mother he'd take care of her, but it's so fucking obvious it's not gonna go well. Then when they eventually give the damn things their kid back, it doesn't work. Which would be a good twist, everything she found out being bullshit, but that's not what happens. It's because Elliot hung on to the damn thing's horn. Because money.
And how stupid is your species?
Only then does he realize the error of his ways and the embrace, ignoring the multiple deaths he caused. And in an obvious climax, the unicorns don't kill Ridley because the painting said so, and the ending as a whole is real confusing. The rich family's son, Shepard, essentially makes this happen by forcing Ridley to tame them, most of which Elliot does not even witness. But then he stabs Shepard with the horn, and then Shepard stabs him, and I don't know why that happens. Because Shepard still wants to exploit them? That's no reason to kill him, especially when he's still holding an arrow. A blatantly forced plot design. And the only good thing about it is Elliot dying would be a commendable ending. I mean, he made some bad decisions, got people killed who weren't even that bad, so I can respect that. However, after he dies and the whole sad scene plays out, the unicorns bring him back to life with their horns.
You motherfucker!
Yeah, no consequences. Everybody's happy. The police do show up and imply they might go to jail because that makes sense. But that won't happen as the unicorns run by them to prove their existence. Then they run the police car off the road. I'm going to assume it's sequel bait because as of right now, that makes no sense. They brought the dad back to life, so I don't think they want to kill them. I also don't think we need a sequel, but I don't know what else it could be. maybe getting the idea that I'm disappointed by what at least should be a fun movie, and yeah, I am. It really wouldn't have taken that much to keep anybody satisfied. It's paced terribly, half the movie spent on unpredictable setup, the characters are beyond retarded, but for some fucked up reason, nobody who made this seemed to get that. Parts of it don't make any sense. How did they not know it was a unicorn? The heavily contrived ending. And even when things do happen, it's still not that great. I don't want to be completely negative, there are some good elements, like the mostly decent opening. There is some pretty good comedy to be found in this, some funny ideas. Shepard is one of the better characters in this. He has a gimmick when he literally grinds up the horn and takes it like crack. And throughout the movie continuously claim to have ideas that turn out to be complete nonsense. I really do like that. Plus the actual likable characters like the Doctor and Griff are pretty decent. I like how her and Griff are voted to go outside and do the dangerous stuff, like giving them back their currently dead kid. But what makes it great is how Griff isn't okay with it, protests it heavily, and in the end, it takes off. Even survives the movie, which I really like, and apparently he's playing Calypso in the second season of Twisted Metal, so that's a thing. There are some brutal, memorable deaths in this too, not just being impaled by a horn. It does get creative, and I like how the man behind it, his boss, dies relatively early. He's not memorable, so the unexpected outcome does work, and the unicorns are at least scary. Ortega again does a good job in this, similar to Beetlejuice, one of the few good things about it, but aside from the again not getting along with family role, you can only watch somebody state the obvious so much and get blatantly ignored. That's not on her, but nothing about this is memorable. That sums up most of the movie. Maybe if more time was spent on unicorns doing something, it'd be okay, but that's not what we got. For the most part, I was bored. That shouldn't be the case with the title, The Death of a Unicorn, but the good parts are few and far between. If the bizarre ending was the sequel bait, it wouldn't be that hard to fix. It's kind of like the Purge series, you know, give us something, not nothing. But as of right now, Death of a Unicorn is a whole lot of nothing. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Remember to like the video, consider subscribing if you enjoyed, and check out the gaming channel for the same kind of content with games. Link in the description. I'm the Analyst, and remember kids, unicorns are not real. Unless you find a dead horse with a horn and bleeding purple blood. Then I guess they are.